Ladies and gentlemen, this is RYK on behalf of the Foundation Promo League, welcoming you to this week's episode of Blueprint. In our first matchup this evening, we will find out who takes on the newly crowned Blueprint champion, Rig, at our upcoming super show, Guts and Glory. Let's take you right to the action.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder if Austin Wild will get very far. You see, Austin Wild, you and my other opponents that fell before me, I came with a flaw. Welcome to your stop. Welcome to your demise. Welcome to where I put you on ice. You see, you undeniably have been on a roll. You undeniably have been one not to wreck with. But you have one flaw. You have one missed step that you took. You see, you wanted to make sure everybody on the roster, on every E-Fed world, know that you have been on a winning streak. You see, that is being a narcissist. You want everybody to know that you deserve to be in the main event, that you deserve a title shot because you have been on a roll. You see, that's where you are wrong. That is where you had your misstep. That is where you will fall. You see, the Black Plague has came to play your little game, and everybody else is here in the Foundation. And I had, and I still have, a winning streak, and I have not once mentioned it because I know my worth. Somebody don't know how much sense he's worth. Because you see, Austin Wild, you and me are two different entities, two different breeds, two different champions in our own right. You see, while you gloat, while you complain to higher-ups saying that you winning all these matches, why don't you have a title shot? Me, myself, is going to collect bodies, and I am going to bury each and every one of my opponents in front of me. And I will never, and I mean never, bring your names back up because you are irrelevant to me. After I hit you with the Black Death, you will not be the same again. I promise you, your star is going to dim little by little. So before your star shines bright, know and understand that there's always somebody bigger, badder, better, and deadlier. Because death is inevitable.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the voice of the voiceless. I am the maestro of mayhem. I am the warlord of words. I am the death-proof Austin Wild, the future of the Foundation. And right now, my confidence is running through the roof. I am here tonight to take on Black Plague for an opportunity at the Blueprint Championship. Now, I've been thriving to hold the gold here in Foundation for quite some time. but people put in front of me kept knocking me down. And it's getting kind of lame. It's getting kind of sad. So now I'm coming back better than ever, full force, 110%, maybe even more. And I get you, Black Plague. Some guy who thinks he can come into my domain and take me off my throne. A guy who thinks he can kill my momentum in a blink of an eye, a flick of the wrist. No, no, no. I find it very funny you think that. I find it very funny that you think you will infect me with your plague. Oh, so scary. Because you know every plague has a cure, and I'm that cure that's going to take you out, buddy. You're just a disease in these parts of the Foundation. You're just a disease that kills everyone in sight when they see you. But you know something? When I get done hurting you, embarrassing you emotionally, mentally, and verbally, everyone is going to praise Austin WYLD for once in their goddamn lives. They're going to praise the Death Proof because that is who I am. I'm the man that defies death itself, so if you think you can kill me, better think again. At the end of the night, Mr. Black Plague, only one of us can stand tall. Only one of us will be the victor. And there's only one thing I need to tell you, and this is going to prove it all. I know what you're about. Do you know what I'm about? Do you have the guts and the glory to walk out of this place alive this week? I don't think you do. You're gonna be a washed up cell after I'm done. This is my moment and you're not stealing it. I'm gonna make this less than 3 minutes because guess what? I'm better than you and you know it. Goodbye, chump. I am the new #1 contender for the Blueprint Championship. And champion, I'm coming for you.
Black tears on a river, push on a shove, don't mean much. Joker on Jack, match on a fire, cold on ice, a dead man's touch, whisper on a screen. Never change a thing, doesn't bring you back.
Your winner, Austin WYLD. There we have it, folks. Austin WYLD has earned his way into the Blueprint Championship match against the newly crowned champion Rig at the upcoming Guts and Glory. Speaking of the Blueprint Championship, we have some words from the former champion Vagabond. As you saw at the conclusion of last week's show, he was confronted by the Master of Illusions. Let's go to those comments now.
You know, some had a lot to say about my defeat to Rig. Having taken my title before I even held it in my arms. You know, they say the greatest trick ever played in the history of human existence is convincing the entire world that the devil does not exist. It's the same exact thing with the monsters, because monsters don't look like what you read about in fairy tales, mythology, or folklore. No. Monsters and demons you hear about are actually much closer than you realize. Master of Illusion, let me ask you something. Do you really think that you have me figured out? That this is just some simple illusion? Well, congratulations. You called me out. But here's the problem. One does not simply knock on the devil's door and not get a response. I accept your challenge. But we're doing this at Guts and Glory. Because that is a fine place for you to have your last stand. That is a fine place for you to have your last battle. Because unfortunately for you, I'm going to rip your guts out. And there will be no glory to be had for you. Because at Guts and Glory, that is the day that Master of Illusions die. It is your final curtain call. So declares the Vagabond.
And with that, the challenge has been accepted. The match has been signed. We officially have the Master of Illusion versus Vagabond at our upcoming Super Show, Guts and Glory. You do not want to miss that one. Right now, though, folks, it is time for a debut as BOJACK GRIZZ makes his first appearance here in the Foundation, taking on KENZO BLACKHEART.
BOJACK GRIZZ. It's match day, match night. And I'm dressed for the occasion. And I am ready for you. See? I'm telling you, BOJACK GRIZZ, you are going out with style. As I show the whole wide world that I'm not just a punching bag, that I am not just a rookie, I am not just an underdog, I am the freaking legend. I am the guy. They don't call me the Asian badass for nothing. What I do to my victims is far more gruesome than other superstars even imagine. And what I'm about to do to you is something far more unbelievable, far more impossible. But I will do the impossible. I will defeat you. I will show the whole wide world who you truly are. And you see, Mr. BOJACK GRIZZ, you can stop with that. Everybody knows you're not worth my time, and you're not gonna be in one piece when I'm done with you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Foundation, how's everybody doing? How is it going tonight? It is the man you love to hate and the man you hate to love, 1/4 of your highway hellraisers. And I am here to do what I do best, because I am known as the guy that knows a guy that knows a guy, but don't piss me off, because I will not hesitate to be that guy. And Kenzo, you have done the unthinkable. You have pissed me off. And now I get to be that guy. You see, I don't shy away from dumbing myself down, from coming out and getting my hands dirty and doing what I gotta do. I'd rather make my phone calls and I'd rather handle business in the shadows, because that's kind of what I'm accustomed to. But I will go ahead and I will drop that persona for you, because you have done one of the things that I hate, that I absolutely cannot stand more than anything. You haven't shown up. And listen, I get it. You can sit there and you can pump out the bullshit excuses that you took this on short notice. But what management forgets to believe when they're making those excuses and they're putting you in their little cradle and they're rocking you back and forth and they're telling you that it's going to be okay. I didn't know who I was going against until the match was announced, and they couldn't announce the match until you said that you would take it. So if I didn't know who my opponent was until you took the match, and you took the match on such short notice, doesn't that mean that I'm getting the match on short notice too? I'm getting the same amount of time to prepare for you as you get to prepare for me. But the problem is, Kenzo, it's still an advantage to me no matter how you slice the pie. Because I've seen you. Everybody see you. You can't not see you. And when you can't not see you, you can't not prepare. And you can't not know exactly what this dumb shit's gonna bring to the table. We've heard everything that you had to say a million times. It's generic at this point. You can't come up with something new, Kenzo. Because you flooded the market with yourself. Everybody's sick and tired of seeing Kenzo. Maybe that's why you haven't shown up. Maybe now it's finally starting to sink through that thick skull of yours that you're oversaturated, my friend, and everybody could do it with a little less Kenzo and a little more of that old Blackheart, a little more of the tenacious Asian that we knew. None of this whispering bullshit. We're all sick of that. Aren't you sick and tired of hearing us talk about you whispering and afraid of getting in trouble or whatever the reason is? I really don't care at this point, Kenzo, because brother, we have done this dance a million times in a million other places, and the outcome has always been the same. You've never beaten me, not once. I don't even really think that you've ever come close. So I don't know why that you would think that you would take this match and you would have a chance, because obviously sometimes people never learn. You can't cure stupid. And you, sir, you take the cake for stupid. Enough said. Job done. W in the check mark for the standard BOJACK GRIZZ. Fuck around and find out.
Your winner, BOJACK GRIZZ! A power player in the promo game, BOJACK GRIZZ makes a successful debut and will not skip a beat here in the Foundation. And at this time, it is my responsibility to talk about the tensions that have arisen between Big Sweet and Dak Snow. I've been told at this time Dak Snow is ready to talk to us about the challenge that was made for a Guts and Glory match. Let's go to him.
Mount Everest ain't got shit on me.
Can you hear me? Can you feel me in your eyes? Holding my last breath, safe inside myself. Are all my thoughts of you? Sweet raptured light, it ends here tonight.
Big Sweet, you think you're a big guy, huh? You think you're so smart and think you have the upper hand, don't you? But you see, I've been sitting back and thinking about your offer, reading over this contract right here. And I've been thinking of what is going to happen at Guts and Glory. You know, I've been asking myself, is the contract worth it? Should I go ahead and sign this dotted line down here, and should I give you what you want? The answer to that is I don't know. Should I give you what you want, Big Sweet? Should I give you the match you're asking for? If it's a death wish you want, it is a death wish you will get. At Guts and Glory, it will be Dak Snow versus Big Sweet in round-based warfare with no sanctions. And Big Sweet, I don't know if you know what that means, but that means I can do anything and everything I want, and this billy club right here isn't going to be the most of the damage that I do this time round. Because you, sir, you are biting off more than you can chew, and you are in way over your head. You don't know what you've gotten yourself into, but I can tell you this is going to be the most personal match you have ever fought in the promo world. And it's going to be mine as well. But the difference is, you don't know anything about personal. I do. You made things personal, Big Sweet. You made this match. You signed and sealed your fate, Big Sweet, and I am only delivering it because I have to. You were my idol. I looked up to you. And now, at Guts and Glory, I will look down to you for one last time. As you're down for the count, I, Dak Snow, am the last man standing, because we know prodigies don't die. But legends sure as hell do.
Everybody's got to get over at my expense, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen some impressive action from a newcomer here in the Foundation, Truly Righteous SOULSTAR. He is joining us again this week in a challenge from the returning AJ Storm. Let's go now to the action.
I might die tonight, but if I do, I'ma be okay. And if I die tonight, at least I stood by the stuff I said. I got two graves dug, one for me and one for the motherfucker standing in my way. And if I die tonight, at least I can say I never ran away. You could get it, I'ma fight to the death of me. I ain't never been on the run from an enemy. Heavily armed to the teeth, got an army with me, and I'm...
Ladies and gentlemen of Foundation, as you all know, my name is AJ Storm. This week I'm going against SOULSTAR. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, AJ, why aren't you calling him Truly Righteous SOULSTAR? Because he hasn't earned it yet. In order to become truly righteous, you have to do more for this business than anybody else. You have to go on this spiritual journey. You have to get the job done right the first time. And well, I've seen SOULSTAR. I've seen SOULSTAR for the past 2 years, and I just don't get how he can call himself righteous. But he did call me the GOAT, Which is funny because I don't think I'm the GOAT, especially not here. See, SOULSTAR, I would say that I'm genuinely not impressed with your work. However, you've done some bad things, but you've been improving. So the improvement is there, thankfully. Because if you were to go back to your old ways, I don't think you would ever fix yourself. I feel like you would honestly, personally lose yourself. Worse than you already have. So, SOULSTAR, I want you to bring your best. I want you to bring your A game, as anybody else would. Only this time, bring enough fire under your ass. So maybe, just maybe once in your miserable, lackluster career, if you want to call it a career, maybe, just maybe you might beat me. Maybe you'll learn that if you just stop and think for a moment, things will come easier to you. But don't let that cloud your judgment. It takes work too. See, from day one that I have been doing this, in this business, I've been doing nothing but grinding and busting my ass off to pay my dues, to earn everything I have had. Everything I get, every opportunity, every chance, every this, that, and the fucking third. And well, see, I'm the one that gave you this chance. What might you mean? Exactly what I mean. I give you the chance to finally put up or shut up of why you're truly righteous. And maybe, just maybe, if you actually beat me, then maybe I'll call you righteous. But until then, you're just some other jack-off, normal average Joe, working probably a 9 to 5, just like every other person on this earth. Just as plain as a piece of bread. See, you could compare me to you every day of the week that ends with a Y. But in that comparison, I do what is out of the ordinary, out of the norm, because I continue to, how should I put it? I continue to reign. I continue to fight. I never quit. And I can give you some credit for that. You seem to be like a cockroach. Every time I go to squish you, you come back. Bad side about that is, every time I squish you, you come back as somebody else. And we finally need a straight answer of why the fuck you always come back as somebody else. If you picked one, stayed with one, worked on one, mastered that one, you'd be like the ultimate fisherman. See, the ultimate fisherman, I'm getting to the point, is a master at baiting hooks. If you were to just do what you did and get good at it, you'd just be a master baiter too. And yes, I know it's a little rough, but it's okay. Now, I'm sorry to have to keep you waiting so long. I really am. But I gotta get back to doing what I do best, and that's not giving two fucks. So, have a good night, and fuck your feelings.
Ladies and boys and girls, the foundation is SOULSTAR, Mr. RIGSTOUS. Don't forget the truly in the front. Yeah, it is me, and it's time. In just a matter of moments, I'm gonna walk out there, step between those ropes, step in the ring with the GOAT himself, Mr. AJ Storm. And I'm gonna bless AJ Storm. A man I never beaten before. Now, I did say, I let you guys wondering this question. what makes this match different than every other time, which I've lost to AJ Storm. He'll tell you why. Because last time, I didn't ask for help. I went in that match alone. I thought I could beat him on my own power. But like it says right here, this is the 1 year Bible, but it says right here, people, in the Bible, that you can't go things alone. You can't do things sometimes on your own power. Sometimes you gotta ask for help from the Lord. The Lord is where my help comes from. And that's why this time is going to be a little different. I have the power of the Holy Spirit. And AJ Storm, I am ready. I am focused. And I remember there's a song I like to listen to. In the beginning of the song, it has a preacher talking. The end of his, what he says, it says, "Be still and let God fight your battles." Now he's not going to fight my battle for me. He's not going to step for me. It's going to be me. His Holy Spirit is going to be in me, in my veins, in my body. And AJ Storm, me and you, when we step in that ring, you're going to realize this time you're not facing no DA. You ain't facing no big time. You're going to face a different Soul Star who is physically and mentally ready. And this ain't no Soul Star of the past. You're going to realize finally you're facing a new, brand new Soul Star. One you ain't going to be prepared for, AJ. AJ, come close. Look at me. Listen what I'm about to say. I am focused. I am the focus that I've ever been in any of our matches. Now, yes, you may have beaten me once, twice, 3 times. I can't even count at this point. But I'll be damned if I let your ass beat me again. So, you're not. And then, as always, I'm going to catch you slipping because you are powerful. You are strong, AJ, and you're going to try just like before. You're going to try to hit me with your finisher 1, 2, 3 like in the past. But this time, I ain't going to let you hit your finisher on me. No. This time, my quickness and my speed isn't going to go too fast. And AJ, I will catch you slipping. I'll catch you slipping, and I'll get maybe, just maybe, a little window, a little pocket of opportunity for me to jump right in, get you, wham, drop you, bless you, hit you with that Holy Spirit. 1, 2, 3. And you know what they say, AJ? Maybe you can learn something from me. You know what, AJ? Looks like when you're blessed, it means now you're the best. See you out there, AJ. Stay blessed.
The sound of revival.
Your winner, truly righteous SOULSTAR! This young man continues to impress here in the Foundation, but next week he has quite a challenge because on our program upcoming, Truly Righteous SOULSTAR, who you just saw victorious, will be taking on BOJACK GRIZZ, who you saw victorious earlier tonight. Also scheduled for an action next week's show, we have the Grumpy Grizzly Bear taking on Sir Captain. And in our main event, it is Knighton Thompson taking on Brody freaking Blaze. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a show you will want to miss. And I'm being told at the time, yes, the family affiliate is in the building. Let's take a trip to the carnival.
Foundation Promo League! Hollywood, Haywood. Let me tell you something. The family affiliated is here. And we do whatever we want, whenever we want.
Oh yeah, we're the family affiliated. We're the ones that interrupt everything that you do. We're the ones that captivate the screens every time that we're on. And up until now, the only entertainment that this entire place has had. So, Hollywood, What do you know about a team like us? What do you know about the amazing things that we do now in the near future? Us three are going to tear this place down, and you can bank on that.
Foundation Promo League. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter who you put in my way. The mystery opponent is going to end up just like the young gun. And I'm gonna take this bat and I'm gonna bash his brains in. So bring your best, Haywood. Cause it's not gonna be enough. The carnival awaits.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you see, the carnival is back in session, boasting about the injuries they have caused. I'm talking specifically about the young gun, Stephen Faison. He was set to make his return at Guts and Glory. However, he's had a setback at the hands of those you have just seen. One has to wonder who Hollywood Haywood has chosen as his mystery partner to take on the duo of Rico WYLD and Seven. Folks, we've had a lot of action so far. It is time to take a break. We will see you on the backside of these messages from our sponsors. Hello fans, this is FTW broadcast colleague RYK. The date has been set. 6 high-profile matchups already announced for Sunday, November 15th. Your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I am RYK, and this is Saturday Night Turbulence. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, if you cannot get enough promo action, be sure to check out our partners over at HSP. And if you love the voice that you hear right now, hit me up. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for our main event of the evening. This one is gonna be something to remember as the Super Swamp Donkey takes on Iron Bison in our feature attraction here on the Blueprint.
Super Swamp Donkey is here. Super Swamp Donkey away!
What is going on, Foundation, as I am here to write a brand new chapter in the book that is the Super Swamp Donkey. Now, Mr. Bison, what a lot of people don't know is that our families go back a long time, years, generations even, as our grandfathers were best friends back in the day. And I have watched you grow since you were nothing but a tiny little harmless aluminum bison. But you should not be proud of the animal you grew to be today. Your grandfather, the Steel Bison, would be very ashamed of the bison you grew up to be, as he was a very honorable bison with great morals and great family values, and he would do anything to protect his herd. And you are nothing more than a selfish, violent animal who just wants to act tough and try to intimidate all the other animals in the kingdom. But one thing I learned as a tiny little donkey is that the ones that act the toughest are usually the ones that are the weakest, especially in the mind. And I am here tonight to prove to the Foundation that you are not the Iron Bison you claim to be, but you are more of the Lion Bison, because you are not who you say you are, and you cannot defeat me in a war of words and wits. Cause you just come out here yelling and being intense, portraying violence and anger upon the Foundation. But the only problem with that, Mr. Iron Bison, is that has been done. You are a carbon copy of just about every other promo artist and every other EFED throughout the world. That evil, dark, intense character has been done so many times, and it has been done better. But then you have me, a true hero here in the EFED scene. Somebody who comes out here and wins all of his battles with his powers of positivity and good, and without using violence or negativity to do so. While you're just out here busy being a second-rate, wannabe, great value version of Mike Murder. And by the way, good luck with his brother in that Revolution tournament. Cause you have popped up all over the promo world recently. Just about every single group that the Super Swamp Donkey watches, you have been talking about your dominance and how unstoppable you are, and that you have been undefeated for years, no matter where you have competed. But the question is, Mr. Iron Bison, how embarrassed are you gonna be when you lose tonight to a talking, flying donkey? Hey, in your short time here in the Foundation, your score has been lower than any score that I have posted inside that Foundation ring. So how are you going to recover from your loss to a super jackass? How are you going to handle your very first loss ever? Are you going to do what many have done before you that have lost a match that they didn't think they were supposed to lose? Are you going to take your ball and run back home to your home court where you were an unstoppable, undefeated monster? Well, that remains to be seen, and we will find out after I beat your butt here tonight in the Foundation, because nobody recovers from the Super Swamp Donkey Punch. Just ask Hotsum, because he was still a little woozy from the Super Swamp Donkey Punch, which is why he lost to you in your only match here. Now it is time for the best finishing move in the Foundation history, the Super Swamp Donkey Punch. Now chop that one up for another victory for the good guys. Super Swamp Donkey, away!
Foundation, what a time to be alive. What an era that we live in. Just the Iron Bison versus the Swamp Donkey. It is the thing of fairy tales, of children's stories. This collision is going to transcend history itself. It will be told for generations and generations to come. This will become legend. In the future, people will debate if this match ever existed at all. Swamp Donkey, you need to understand though that this meeting between you and I, though it will become legendary, this is no fairy tale. This will not be the David versus Goliath. This will not be a story to inspire hope into the underdogs throughout the years to come. This will be your horror story. Swamp Donkey, I'm gonna relish, savor this moment. Now, I have faced many animals during my time hunting in professional wrestling. I faced angels, gods, demons, and everything in between. I faced beasts, monsters, giants, crimson wolves. I faced them all, but I have never, and I mean never, have I faced a Swamp Donkey. And you are so loved. So much. The people of the Foundation, they rally behind you like you are the embodiment of countless prayer thought to be forgot. You are cleansing the Foundation of all of the villainy, decay and rot. But your perspective, it's twisted. Swamp Donkey, I am not the antagonist. I am the hero. You don't get it, but I am breathing new life into the Foundation, making its roots stronger than ever before. I am the light in the darkness. I am everything the Foundation needs. Without me, it can't survive. Swamp Donkey, our story, it's gonna be more familiar with that of the 300. See, it doesn't matter how many different versions of the 300 story we hear, what movies we watch, books we read, the outcome is always the same. The 300, they fought valiantly, as I'm aware, and I'm sure you will. But no matter how hard they fought, no matter how much grit they had, how much heart they possessed, the 300, they fell. They fell hard to the Persian Empire. Because make no mistake, I am so colossal that my darkness will bury the sun, just like the Persian Empire's arrows did. I am that unstoppable force, that overwhelming foe you just cannot stop. And they will sing songs of your bravery. They will speak about how valiantly you stood. But each and every time they tell the story of the Iron Bison and the Swamp Donkey, the story always will be that the Iron Bison, with relentless, determined, agonizing slaughter, destroyed the Swamp Donkey, and with it the hopes, prayers and dreams of the Foundation's people. That is your destiny. You are to become a martyr of your own cause. My destiny is still yet to be written. Still yet has no end. Because I am eternity, Swampy. You are just another of the beasts, of the monsters, of everyone else that I've taken down. You're gonna join the family of the fallen. That is where you will go. That is who you are to become. A forewarning. The story of the Swamp Donkey will be told to those that want to oppose me, to scare children at night. A warning to all up-and-comers that want to reach the top as to what monster awaits them there. But I thank you for playing your part, Swamp Donkey.
Your winner, Super Swamp Donkey! An amazing matchup with an incredible result. You have seen something quite special here on this week's episode of The Blueprint, but next week promises to be even crazier. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, enable notifications to get a front row seat to the action, and check out our Facebook page so that you can be up to date on all the happenings of the Foundation. Thank you folks again for joining us. I am RYK, and we'll see you next time.